Hey there, What the Flick, Christy and Alonso and Ben. For our final segment today, we're going to talk about Love, Simon a little bit. We're going to have a full review of it for you guys tomorrow on our usual Thursday What the Flick. But Alonso and I have seen Love, Simon and loved it so much that we got to talking about other movies that are kind of like it, that it's a good sort of leaping off point for. Love, Simon is from director Greg Berlanti. It's the story of this high school kid, played by Nick Robinson, who is gay, who is closeted, and has an online flirtation with somebody who also is gay and closeted and struggling with his identity, and how they kind of dance around each other, and it's lovely. And I cried like 3 times.
Oh.
But we'll talk about that more tomorrow.
Yes.
But we were talking,
even the trailer is funny, and sweet and heartwarming. Like there's enough if they just merely double the number of funny, sweet lines in the trailer, then that's enough.
Yes. I like your description of it when you first saw it.
Which was what?
It was the gay John Hughes movie you never knew you needed.
Yes,
I'm going to quote you back to you.
Thank you. Well, we'll get into this tomorrow. But what we thought would be interesting to do would be, once you've seen Love, Simon, what to see next. Because this is a film that is a coming out story, which is something of a staple of queer cinema. And indie filmmakers and international filmmakers have been telling these kind of stories for a while. The fact that this one is being made by a major American studio and released onto 2,400 screens is a big deal. Even if the movie itself isn't formally, changing anything, the fact that it's being so laid out on a wide basis to the American public, to suburban multiplexes and all that kind of thing.
That might be a more significant change than what the movie says.
That's a very big deal.
The screening I went to, they had like boatloads of high school girls.
Yeah.
Like giant, entire rows of high school girls who were clapping and going, "Oh!"
Well, Dave Karger at the panel we did in South by Southwest was talking about how a lot of these sort of like gay YouTuber kids have massive female followings. And the Showtime Queer as Folk, half of the audience for that show was straight women.
Do we think there'll be, has there been yet any sort of backlash the way there was a Call Me By Your Name?
I haven't heard any. I mean, I've heard some gay people complaining because we complain. But I have not, like the Million Moms or any of those sort of bullshit organizations have not stepped up yet, but I'm just, holding my breath for that one.
So what's your pick?
So I'm recommending that if you want to see another coming out story, Dee Rees' Pariah from 2011. Dee Rees, of course, was nominated for an Oscar this past year for her adaptation of Mudbound. She also did Bessie for HBO, but this was her first feature film. It stars the great Adepero Oduye as a young woman who leads kind of a double life. She's closeted at home. Her mother is fairly religious, but once she's out in the world, she puts on a baseball cap and gives a much butcher presentation to the world. And so it's about a young lesbian sort of trying to balance the various parts of her life and figuring out how she can be herself.
We have a clip.
Oh, let's see that.
Heartbreak opens onto the sunrise, for even breaking is opening. And I am broken. I'm open. See the love shine in through my cracks. See the light shine out through me. My spirit takes journey, my spirit takes flight, and I'm not running.
This movie is so beautiful and so powerful in its intimacy, and the colors and just the mood she creates.
Yeah, and a quick shout out to Kim Wayans.
Oh yeah,
one of the Wayanses, giving a really great dramatic performance. I hope more filmmakers give her a chance to do that because she's great in this. What's your pick?
No, I was gonna say really fast about beginners. I was so blown away by Mudbound after having seen Pariah, because I thought, okay, this is an indie filmmaker with like small, intimate, powerful stories to tell, but Dee Rees can also do big movies
canvas,
too.
Yeah.
My pick is Beginners, which came out in 2010, and Christopher Plummer won an Oscar and every other imaginable award for playing a 75-year-old man who realizes he has terminal cancer and also comes out. Take a look.
Arthur, you're coming to live with me now, okay?
That's the bathroom. This is the living room. This is the dining room where people come and eat sometimes.
Look, it's lonely out here, so you better learn how to talk with me. This is 2003. This is what the sun looks like, and the stars. This is the president, and this is the sun in 1955.
This is a really lovely movie from Mike Mills, and it seems, as you can probably tell from that clip, or if you've seen it, kind of twee and kind of gimmicky, but it all works. It is so lovely. Ewan McGregor is very good in it. Melanie Laurent is very good in it as the woman who helps him as Christopher Plummer's son navigate all of this.
I love Christopher Plummer as an older gay man figuring out what house music is. I'm gonna write that down.
Maybe something like that kind of bit like gimmicky and cloying,
No.
old man does wacky kid stuff, and
No,
it
it's not
seems
like
to
that at
work
all.
every time.
Absolutely, no, it's a charming movie, and Plummer is great.
Yes. What's your pick?
I picked Mysterious Skin from 2004, which I think I saw like in 2008.
Okay.
But when I saw it, it's super powerful. This is not a heartwarming story, and it's not really a coming out story exactly because it's anyway. Joseph Gordon-Levitt stars as a kid with a friend, both 8 years old. Brady Corbet, and they both, who's not gay in the movie, I don't think. But anyway, they're both, something traumatic, terrible happens to them. They're both molested by their baseball coach, and it is really sort of how they each react to this terrible thing, which one of the kids has blocked out of his mind completely and starts becoming obsessed with thinking that he's been abducted by space aliens. And the other kid, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who's fantastic in this, becomes a male prostitute and is attracted to the exact type of person who molested him.
Take a look.
I keep a log of all my dreams. Someone else is with me. Another boy.
You're on your way to uncovering the truth. Maybe concentrate on that other boy in your dreams. He could help you find the answers you're looking for.
I know all Neil's secrets. There's shit there you don't even want to know about, trust me.
I'm looking for an Anne McCormick.
Yes, this is from Greg Araki,
Yes.
who makes really daring movies,
Yes.
really interesting movies in terms of form, in terms of tone.
I'm a big fan of Greg Araki's, and I think this is my favorite one of his movies. Yeah, I just find it so, the performances are so powerful, and he is adapting this novel in a way that takes these concepts that could be either bizarre or sort of flat-footed and really makes them work. It's a movie that's very compassionate about trauma, but it's also very understanding about queerness in a lot of ways. I love this movie.
I was reminded of it when I saw Three Billboards because they have nothing, well, trauma, they have something to do with, they do share trauma. But when people who are lost find a connection with someone else and that story is sort of handled deftly, that is something that will always get me. I think it gets a lot of people.
Yeah, this is a good example of how, from a very young age, Joseph Gordon-Levitt always took chances, right? He still does in terms of not making the same kind of film over and over again. If you look at, between Looper and Brick and Don John, 50-50, and this, it's like he will go to daring places and work with a variety of filmmakers who will challenge him. This is an example of that.
This is how to have a post-kid sitcom career.
Yeah. So
yeah, I never think of him as but he's like the best example there is. We have Elizabeth Taylor movies on tonight and who obviously transitioned very successfully from a child star. But he is the best modern day example of how to transition from a child star into a grown-up actor.
Yes, so if you've not seen Mysterious Skin or Beginners or Pariah, go check them out, and for sure see Love, Simon. We're gonna have a review of that tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with us. Bye.